In the quiet corners of your mind, you were taught to equate numbers with freedom. You watched parents counting bills like rosary beads, praying for a better future, whispering that one day, when there's enough, you'll be happy. You grew up believing that wealth was the key that would unlock every door, that the harder you ran after it, the freer you would become. The world around you reinforced that story. Every billboard was a sermon, every influencer an apostle of abundance. They held up keys and credit cards like talismans. You were told that money is power, money is choice, money is safety. But what they didn't tell you is that the more you worship something, the more you become its slave. The richest prison cell is built of gold. It glitters so brightly that you don't notice the bars. You live in a society that bows to the dollar like a deity. We've created temples of consumption, cathedrals called malls, and online altars where we sacrifice time, energy, and sanity in exchange for pieces of paper we call currency and digits we call status. We measure our worth by our net worth. We ask children what they want to be when they grow up, as if purpose is synonymous with salary. We celebrate those who have accumulated more than they could ever spend, while ignoring those who give more than they own. We equate financial scarcity with moral failure and financial abundance with moral superiority. We tell ourselves that if we just hustle a little harder and grind a little longer, we will finally arrive. But the finish line keeps moving. The promised land of enough remains just beyond our grasp. We are sprinting on a treadmill powered by our own exhaustion. Money isn't evil. It's a tool, a neutral exchange of energy. But the illusion that traps you is not the money itself. It's the story we attach to it. You were told that a luxury car isn't just metal and rubber. It's a symbol of success. You were taught that a watch isn't just to tell time. It tells the world how valuable your time is. The trap isn't in owning nice things. It's in letting those things own you. It's in believing that buying something expensive will fill an internal void. We buy symbols because we want to be seen. We buy brands because we want to belong. We buy experiences to post them rather than to feel them. In chasing symbols, we ignore substance. We accumulate possessions like armor against our own insecurity. We build identities around consumption. We don't question the cost until we've already mortgaged our freedom. Real wealth has little to do with numbers. Real wealth is the ability to wake up and spend your morning the way you choose. It's the freedom to take a long walk in the sun because you value your health over your schedule. It's being present at your child's recital rather than being stuck in a meeting about a meeting. It's peace of mind when you lie down at night, knowing you are not trapped by debt or the need to impress. Financial slavery looks impressive from the outside. A house you can't afford, cars you can't maintain, clothes you bought to feel something. But inside, it's suffocating. It looks like insomnia because you're one paycheck away from collapse. It feels like anxiety because you hate your job but can't leave. It sounds like applause for an empty life. We confuse busyness with importance, but busyness is often just bondage disguised as productivity. Debt is one of the invisible chains that binds us to this illusion. We swipe cards, sign contracts, and commit our future selves to paying for our present fantasies. Student loans become life sentences. Mortgages become anchors. Credit debt becomes a whisper that grows into a scream. The economy thrives on your hunger. Advertisers study your psychology to magnify your cravings. They convince you that what you have is insufficient so that you'll buy the next thing. Greed is marketed as ambition. Overspending is sold as self-care. Ego is disguised as self-love. You tell yourself you deserve this because you've worked hard, but what if you deserve rest, peace, and simplicity instead? What if the real measure of success isn't how much you can accumulate, but how much you can live without? The trap of money convinces you that more is better. The truth is that more can often be the heaviest weight. Consider how many hours of your life you sell for a salary. Time, not money, is your most valuable currency, yet you trade it cheaply. You stay late at the office to finish projects that won't matter in 5 years, while missing the bedtime story that your child will remember forever. You sacrifice your health to make your boss rich. You answer emails during dinner because urgency has become your default. Then you try to buy back the connection you forfeited with gifts and vacations. We work jobs we hate to buy things. We don't need to impress people we don't like. We burn out and then pay for therapy. We numb ourselves on weekends because we dread Monday. We are so focused on earning that we forget to experience. When did we decide that sacrificing our lives was the only way to live? The more you chase, the emptier it feels. It's an odd paradox. The more you acquire, the less satisfied you become. That's because consumption is a comfort that wears off quickly. New becomes old. Excitement becomes expectation. You think upgrading your phone will upgrade your mood? It doesn't. You think moving into a bigger house will make you feel bigger? It won't. Each time you satisfy one desire, another emerges. This is the hedonic treadmill, running hard but going nowhere. You keep telling yourself, just one more promotion, one more purchase, one more zero in the bank account, and then you'll finally relax. But the finish line is a mirage. You can't win a race against your own dissatisfaction. The illusion of money keeps you perpetually unsatisfied, always reaching, never arriving. The world you live in is hyper-connected and hyper-comparative. You scroll through curated highlight reels of other people's lives and measure your behind the scenes against their filter. You see someone's vacation and feel poor. You see their car and feel inferior. You see their success and feel invisible. That comparison triggers consumption. You buy things to feel like you belong to a fabricated standard. Platforms monetize your envy. They know that if you feel left out, you'll spend to catch up. But catching up to an illusion is impossible. You don't see the credit card debt behind the photo, the loneliness behind the smile, or the emptiness behind the achievements. You are comparing your internal state to an external facade. No wonder you feel behind. Meanwhile, your mental and emotional wealth diminish. You drain your energy trying to keep up with an endless feed. Your real life becomes a footnote to your digital persona. Imagine measuring wealth differently. Imagine defining wealth by the richness of your relationships, the depth of your conversations, the strength of your body, the quiet of your mind. Imagine valuing sunlight on your face as much as the screen glow. Imagine living in a smaller house but having more time to dance in it. Imagine owning fewer things but experiencing more moments. There's a freedom in minimalism that is rarely advertised because it's free. When you own less, you are less owned. When you need less, you feel abundant. When you stop equating success with consumption, you start seeing success as alignment with your values. You begin to ask, does this purchase bring me closer to peace or further into distraction? You choose experiences over things, presence over appearances, essence over ego. You realize that you don't need to own the world to feel whole. You just need to be in it fully. The illusion begins to fade when you understand that money is a tool, not a trophy. It should serve your life, not become your life. The richest people aren't those with the most. They are those who need the least. They aren't enslaved by debt, ego, or comparison. They are free to say no because their identity isn't tied to status. They can walk away from jobs that kill their spirit because their self-worth isn't tied to a salary. They can sit in silence without needing to fill it with purchases. They know that wealth is having something you can't buy: peace, time, health, love, purpose. So, lift the veil, step off the treadmill. Pay attention to what you're trading your life for. Let money be a means to freedom rather than a master that enslaves you. Because when you stop serving the illusion, you open the door to a poverty that is full of riches.